In this video, I am going over the $10 million real estate marketing funnel that have let me do hundreds of real estate deals. Since 2018, my sole focus has been on doing as many wholesaling real estate deals as possible across different asset classes: commercial, industrial, multifamily, single-family land. That has led me understanding how to market for real estate deals. Because the reality is we see so many real estate brokers struggling with Zillow and hoping for the next referral. We see investors struggle with buying from wholesalers, buying at the auction, buying from Facebook groups. It's so inconsistent. So how do we build a consistent marketing stream for our real estate business long-term that allows us to do and build the business we want to build? The first thing is defining your buy box. What are you buying? Where are you buying? And why are you buying it? The what could be multifamily, the where could be Arkansas, and the why could be because you want to build the X amount of passive income. So understand what you're buying, where you're buying, and why you're buying it. Once you have that, then we can build out a data set. And depending on the asset class, it determines how we build out the data set. If we're using single family, we're going to look at building out a simple single family data set that gives us the highest likelihood of achieving our end result. If you want to be building a portfolio of Airbnbs, that's going to be a different data set we're building than if you want to be doing a ton of fix and flip deals or development deals. If you're wanting to do fix and flip and development deals and find assets with value add room, we need to understand how to build a data set based around distress. And the way we do that is we look at as many motivating factors of distress as we can, because the reality is most of the distress that people sell isn't going to be on a list. But usually if they have one signal of distress, they have 10. And so we want to give ourselves the best opportunity possible to stack that distress side to make sure we are talking to the right people day in and day out. So what we're going to do if we're looking for developments, fix and flips, wholesale deals is we're going to look for the big three, I call it: situational distress, primary asset distress, and secondary asset distress. The situational distress could be pulling a list from somewhere like PropStream, and that could be buying a vacant list or an absentee out-of-state list. Those are lists where someone owns an asset and they don't live in that asset. That's a really good signal of potential distress for us. The second thing we want to add on is primary asset distress. So that could be that property was a failed listing. That could be that property had fire damage, that property had water damage. And then we add in secondary asset distress. So does this person own any other assets that are also in distress? And you can find that out using softwares like PropStream and reisift.com. On the commercial side, the main squeeze, the main place to go pull data is Reonomy. You can build a bot from Upwork.com that scrapes from Reonomy every single day and pulls out as many records as you can humanly think possible from a base account so you can build your marketing list for the commercial assets you're going after. Once we have our data and we have our target, now we're going to go into marketing funnels. The problem with real estate people is they don't understand that marketing is an investment. They see marketing as an expense, and they don't apply basic business principles to the real estate business. And the reality is there's 3 levers a business can pull on at any time to do more deals and make more money. It's leads, conversion, and operations. And the reason leads is first because we don't have leads, you don't have a business. And that's where the number one place where real estate people go wrong. The first thing you want to do is you need leads in the door. There's a couple different ways to do this. There's outbound and inbound. Inbound is your pay-per-click, your mailers, your Facebook ads, your SEO, your radio ads, your TV ads, all the ways that you spend money to get in front of people and that they initiate the contact. So the way you differentiate between inbound and outbound is who initiates the first conversation. Inbound leads are expensive and they vary with market cycles, and anyone that's been in real estate a long time, whether they're an agent or an investor, can tell you firsthand. Sometimes mailers work, sometimes they don't. Sometimes Facebook leads work, sometimes they don't. Sometimes Zillow leads work, sometimes they don't. But the one thing I can tell you is outbound always works. So outbound is things like email, texting, cold calling, and you want to make sure you comply with local and federal laws. The third part of the $10 million off-market real estate lead funnel is understanding cold calling. There's 3 different ways you can go about cold calling at scale. 1, you can do it yourself. Okay, a lot of you guys have more time than you do money. So leverage your time to cold call and get leads in the door. Second thing is you can hire it out. You can go hire an agency like the one I'm a part of, easybuttonleads.com. There's a bunch of different agencies out there. I'm not going to sit here and sell you anything. The third way is you can build your own internal cold call team. You see a lot of big commercial brokerages do this. They bring in the people out of college and they pay them a ton of money. You can also go to Upwork.com and you can hire people overseas. You just want to make sure you actually train them and treat that like a separate business. But the fourth part is basic systems and tech stack. So getting basic software systems. The biggest thing is a CRM. And not only that, but the functions a CRM needs to have. You need to have integrated phone, email, and text. So your team needs to be able to email, text, and communicate via phone calls with prospects from the CRM in a trackable way so you can track their KPIs and you can listen to recordings to help them train. The second thing it has to have is good reporting. If you do not have data, you do not have a business. Real estate investors, real estate agents, you need to know how many conversations it takes you to get a listing agreement signed or get a contract signed. Those are the 2 things about a CRM. And now we have your sales process. You have to have follow-up. And follow-up is not once a month or once a week. The way we train our people, the way you should think about follow-up is 6 touch points a day for the first 6 days. So a touch point is email, phone call, text message, voicemail. It's anything that touches one of their communication platforms. And then you need to be following up with them at least twice per week until you get traction, until you build rapport, until you're on a listing appointment or you're out there buying their property, as you have to have a ruthless, aggressive follow-up. And if you do not, you might as well not spend money on marketing. So if you can do these 5 things, you can build a $10 million real estate funnel. I've seen it happen over and over again. And now I know a lot of people in our programs, in our communities that are on their way as well. For more on this, you guys, if you're new to my channel, I put out every single week very high value, action-packed, tactical steps to building a real estate company and the other companies that I run. I hope you got value out of this video, and subscribe to my channel to make sure you are up to date when the next one comes out.